Whenever I start a video, I'm like, it's so hard to start videos. You can understand why guys like Peter McKinnon are like, what's up guys? Because it's hard to start a video. It's hard. Anyways, I'm starting this video. I don't know what I was gonna do. I'm starting this video. And this video is about marketing. It's a sit-down talking video from here in our apartment, our Airbnb here in Portugal. I haven't had time to go out and take pictures yet in Portugal because we've been so busy dealing with the house situation. Yeah, it's been busy adulting. So instead, I'm gonna sit down and talk to you guys a little bit about marketing. Because I think that a lot of people don't realize that this photography thing isn't about taking pictures. Yeah, it's about taking pictures. And you can't do it without taking good pictures. But photography is a trade. Having a photography business is about marketing. You need to be able to market. And there are so many mistakes that photographers make in marketing themselves. And I'm not throwing stones, I'm not wagging my finger at people. I've made all of these mistakes myself at some point in time. So these are normal things to go through. These are normal mistakes to make. And also, they're just opinion. I could be totally wrong. I'm not the greatest photographer, and I'm certainly not the greatest marketer. But I think I've understood the value of marketing since I started in this industry, and since I think it's just kind of made my life a little bit easier. And I think without knowing the value of that marketing, there's no way I'd be where I am right now. There's no way that this business would have turned into a success. So I want to get into marketing. But first, a little bit of marketing. Also, drink every time I say the word marketing in this video. A little bit of marketing. This video is sponsored by the awesome people at Squarespace. You can use Squarespace to really easily make your own photography website, for example. And as I'll mention later in this video, I think not having a website is the biggest mistake photographers make in marketing themselves. Hands down. So yeah, head over to squarespace.com. You get 10% off your first purchase there if you use the code Brendan Vanson. Now let's get into the video. Yeah, I know that intro was way too long. What's up the first mistake I think photographers make is they don't have social media. And when I say they don't have social media, I mean that they don't have all the social medias. I think that it's so important to have every single brand of social media. You should be everywhere because every social media has a different audience. Instagram tends to be like 18 to 35, 40-year-olds. Facebook tends to be like 30 to, my grandma's age. Snapchat is like 13 to 22-year-olds. And it kind of covers all these different markets. And you can use all these different platforms to market towards different people and also cross-promote your other platforms. Number 2, and this is a huge pet peeve of mine, it's when people use logos or like cartoon characters instead of their profile picture, instead of their face on social media or everywhere. Today, people don't want to see logos. They want to connect with people, especially if you're in the industry of like making portrait photography or wedding photography or something that they want to be able to connect with the photographer with. You need to have your face there. Even if you have an ugly face like I do, your face needs to be the forefront of your brand so that people recognize you. People won't recognize a signature or initials or a logo. No matter how, obvious it is. They'll recognize your face after seeing it, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So if you got to get your face out there, put your face on things. It's a reason it's the Queen's face on the British pound and not the Queen's logo. The Queen is just more recognizable than the Queen's logo. I don't think the Queen has a logo. Number 3 is they use social media as a microphone. I think it's a big mistake not only from a marketing standpoint in photography, but just in general. We use social media as a microphone. We sit there yelling at the camera. Sorry, I'll try to calm down. I'm just really passionate. People, including myself, I make this mistake all the time, use social media to kind of announce what they're doing and to shout out at people, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm selling, this is what I bring to the table. And they don't use it for what it should be, which is a networking tool. Social media can be a beautiful conversation. It can be an amazing way to meet people. It can be an amazing way to network with people. And as I tell people all the time, I've gotten way more work from networking than I have from like any other form of marketing. If you network, if you make friends in the industry, there's lots of work to go around. So when they find that they have too much, they tend to pass it on to their friends or people that they know or people that they recognize rather than, just anybody that probably deserves it more. So make friends, use social media as a conversation tool, use it to create a community. Another big mistake photographers make in marketing themselves is they get caught up in the numbers game. Everybody's so worried about getting 100,000 followers on Instagram or 10,000 or 1,000 that they don't think, what is the value of that number? What can that actually convert? If you wanted to sell your wedding photography, for example, to somebody, it's much more important to have a small audience, 200-300 people that are planning on getting married and are really into your photography than it is to have 100,000 people that follow you for epic photos, but none of which are going to get married. You could have a newsletter that gets sent out to 200,000 random people and it's not going to convert any sales. But you could have a really targeted newsletter of 100 really valuable people that actually convert to sales, and it's much more valuable. So don't get caught up in the numbers, the big numbers game. Think value, not size. Quality over quantity. Number 5 is they don't pitch. If you don't pitch, I'm losing my voice from excitement. If you don't pitch, how are you supposed to find business? When I started out, I was sending at least a pitch a day, sometimes 3 or 4 pitches a day to magazines, newspapers, commercial clients. And I'm not going to get into the pitching thing because I have a post somewhere up here, a video that's really old that kind of talks about it. But pitching is so important. You need to reach out to people. It's sales. If you're trying to sell vacuum cleaners and you don't have the money for advertising, how are you going to sell vacuum cleaners? You're going to go door to door. You're going to call people. You need to pitch people. Number 6, Instagram is not a portfolio. I don't know how loud I can scream this. Instagram is not a portfolio. Instagram is a social media, and so many photographers see, you know what? I got Instagram or Flickr. I don't need a portfolio. Yes, you do. You need a portfolio. You need a website for 2 reasons. First of all, if a client ever reaches out to you and says, hey, I want to see your photos from New Jersey. We're doing a magazine spread on New Jersey. What do you got? If you don't have a portfolio, you can do it 2 ways. You can send them like Dropbox images, or what looks way more professional is having a website where you can actually show your portfolio of images of New Jersey over there. It looks really professional, and it's often a convincing factor to clients because they see that you are a professional. The other reason is for SEO. SEO means search engine optimization, and if you follow Jody's channel, you probably have heard a lot about this. Search engine optimization is one of the biggest ways to find clients. For example, if you're a wedding photographer in New Jersey and you're just on Instagram, the only way people are going to find you is through word of mouth or social media. If you have your own website, you can then create blog posts and articles and link backs to keywords that are going to drive traffic to your site, such as wedding photographer New Jersey, wedding photographer Hoboken, wedding photographer, I don't know where else there is in New Jersey other than Hoboken, wedding photographer on the Jersey Shore. Things like that, you can start to create power to your website for those keywords that then people will Google search and find you. People find their wedding photographers on things like Google. They simply search wedding photographer Hoboken. And then if you're on the first page of Google, you're gonna get a lot of work. So you need your own website for those 2 reasons. And maybe a third reason is that you should never build your house on somebody else's foundation. You don't know what Instagram's gonna do. You don't know what Pinterest is gonna do or Twitter's gonna do. Build your platform on your own site, on your own foundation, because that's never gonna disappear. And again, as I mentioned, the video is sponsored by Squarespace.com, and it's honestly a really, really good place to set up a photography website, photography portfolio. It looks professional. You could probably whip up a full website on Squarespace.com in like 3 hours, which is really, really rad. So as I said, head over there to Squarespace.com and use the code Brendan Vanson for 10% off. If you don't have a website, go and do that right now. Video's getting long, but I'm just wound up, so I'm gonna keep going. The seventh mistake photographers make in marketing themselves is they reach out too soon. They try to sell their images too soon. Let me go back to when I used to own a travel magazine. I used to own a travel magazine, I don't know, 6 years ago or something like that, and I would get pitched on a daily basis. And if somebody would pitch me and it was terrible, the photos just were bad or unprofessional or something, I would blacklist them. I wouldn't read their emails ever again. So if you reach out to a client and you go, check out my images, and they go, wow, they suck, they're probably not going to read your emails anymore. So be sure your skill level, your quality level is high enough so that people aren't going to blacklist you or just assume that's what you're going to be forever after seeing your images. First impressions are so important, and it's really kind of hard to get over that. I think I made that mistake a lot when I was starting. I started in travel writing and kind of moved into photography. And when I initially sent images to people, they weren't good enough. And I think that I probably got blacklisted a couple times for sure. So make sure your work is good enough. The ninth mistake photographers make in marketing themselves, is that they don't reach out enough. I think that this kind of goes back to pitching and reaching out too soon, but they don't reach out often enough. Brands, clients, whatever, they don't recognize you right away. If you send an email to somebody once or a message on Facebook once, they're not going to remember you forever. If you send them like 3 or 4, as long as you're not being like rude or annoying, they're going to start to remember you eventually, and then they might come back and give you work. So don't think that reaching out to somebody once is enough. Continuously reach out to them over time. And this is the final one. This is number 10, and this is that they don't have a newsletter. I think that a newsletter is actually the greatest conversion tool in terms of sales. For example, if you're selling prints, if you sell art, build a newsletter full of people that are collecting art or have bought your photos before or have shown interest in buying your prints before. And those will eventually convert. If you sell tours like I do, build a newsletter full of people that are potentially going to go on your trips. That way you can just shoot them an email anytime you have a new tour. It's the easiest and most direct way of reaching somebody without physically picking up a phone and calling them. So build a newsletter right away. And I don't care if you think, I really have only a small client list, start that list now. Because over time, every photographer I've ever met in the history of ever has always said their biggest regret is not starting a newsletter soon enough. And on that note, if you aren't subscribed to my newsletter, there's a link below that you can go and sign up to my newsletter. I give free stuff away every month. And I also announce tours. There's also a link to Squarespace below. Massive thanks to you guys for sponsoring that video. And thanks for you guys for watching. And I guess that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.